used one of these. No. The little scraper. Look at it. It's a little treasure mine. Mmm. Okay, you can stop it. I'm gonna go outside now. Okay, so we have warm water. Get done with this terrible sound. Water. Get done with this terrible sound. Okay. Very, very, very soft butter. Start with my warm water. I'm going to put my sugar directly into it. Don't want this to be hot water. It says warm water for a reason. You just want it to be warm enough to get this sugar all dissolved and to wake up and activate your yeast. It's already making bubbles, which is great. It's supposed to sit for like 5 minutes to activate and get started. In the meantime, my flour goes in with our dough hook. It's important because it's going to mimic like hand kneading your dough. And that's how you get stretchy, sticky dough that you need for things like pretzels and cinnamon rolls. Liquidy, but let it cool off a little bit because I'm putting it in the little well. You don't want to put this butter in there, have it be too hot, and then kill your yeast when you put it in here. So it should have a little bit of time, not necessarily to solidify, but to cool off a bit. You don't want it to be too hot. And this yeast is already doing what I want it to do, but it needs a little longer. Yeast is really bubbly. You can see that it's all foamy on top. It's beautiful and excellent and couldn't be more perfect. I am gonna get a rubber spatula somewhere. I know my way around my own kitchen, I promise. I'm gonna put this in the middle of the well. Every bit of the foamy bits that I can, because that's all my activated yeast. And then we're just gonna flip our dough hook on. My dough is getting a little stronger than my mixer can handle. So I'm gonna finish hand kneading it from here. This might be a really fun recipe to repeat with sourdough. Sourdough pub style pretzels would be so good. I have this beautiful ball of dough. It's just barely sticky to the touch. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I'm just gonna kind of pat it down and I'm gonna put it in the bowl. Bloop, plop it in there. So I'm gonna cover this bowl with a clean towel so that it doesn't dry out. And then we're gonna leave it, ideally you want it at room temperature or higher, but you don't want it cooking. So I like to leave it near the oven preheating, things like that. It's supposed to double in size. We'll set this off to the side. I'm gonna get a good chunk of mozzarella here. Soft, squishy, blocked mozzarella. Yum. Who doesn't love cheese? I mean, everyone's welcome on my channel, but if you don't like cheese, get out. It doesn't count if cheese doesn't like you. You lactose intolerant folks out there. Parmesan. Garlic. Garlic is the answer to all life's problems. Oh, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna be silly. I'm gonna be silly. Cheese maraca. I'm going to wipe off this counter and clear some space for us to roll out our dough. I'm so excited. We're gonna boil some water. and put baking soda in it to dissolve it and give them a baking soda bath, which will help them get that like brown pretzel crisp on the outside that we want. 4 cups of water. You need a 1/4 cup of baking soda. I'm gonna set my baking soda aside. I'm gonna take my rings off. This has doubled pretty much, so it's exactly what we want to see. Nice and fluffy. What I'm going to do is build a log really quick. And I'm going to divide this into 8 pieces. And those 8 pieces are going to be 8 pretzels. My husband specifically requested that we have pretzels for dinner and dessert. So we're going to make savory ones, which is my goal for tonight. Four. Hopefully these are somewhat even. It's questionable, but that's okay. And we're gonna roll it out. And I'm gonna get my rolling pin out and run it just down the length of this. I may have made it much too narrow to actually stuff them, but we're gonna try our best here. And we're gonna right? Yeah, pretzel shaped. Let's go in on another one. I'm gonna put less flour on this one because I'm noticing there are parts that I want to stick together that I don't want the flour to come in between getting stuck together. So I'm gonna just make a little divot. It says to flatten it, but I like this little fingerprint divot idea, and it worked well for me on that one. And there we go. She's a whole pretzel. They're not gonna be perfect, but I'm excited for them. Look, it's a beautiful pretzel. It's like clumpy and weird, but perfect. Flatten. And last one, making a groove for my cheese to go in. I'm so excited. This project was a huge undertaking, and it's my dinner, so I have not eaten dinner yet, and I'm starving. Um, so, not hangry, not yet. Well, my husband would argue otherwise, but not hangry yet. Just a little hungry. Peckish. I'm peckish. Well, I'll have to say that being brave enough to like make my dinner in front of you guys, like not just baking for fun or like what I'm gonna have later, but like this is dinner right now that everybody's waiting on. It's a bit of pressure. It's a bit of pressure. That's for sure. May not be a vibe to try to make dinner and film it for you guys. I'm gonna have to do more like a baking project and make something different for dinner that's quick and easy. This would be quicker. I'm not saying this isn't manageable time-wise if you started early, but I did not start early. I definitely treated this like a project that I procrastinated a little bit, and you should never procrastinate dinner, you know? Usually, well, procrastinating dinner for yourself is one thing, but procrastinating dinner for a whole family is poor call on my part. There's an extra twist in this one, just for funsies. See if I like that better or not. All right, we've got 8 beautiful pretzels here. I'm going to separate them out. It seems like a couple are smaller and a couple are bigger. So I'm going to try to get the smaller ones together. And we are going to do our bath. I am going to make an egg wash.
Bringing it.
Okay. Boiling pan of water. All my baking soda. Fully dissolved. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. Bathe it for 30 seconds. I didn't realize quite how slimy that would make it. Are you laughing at me?
No. How slimy is it?
I'm going to take these, put them up here, get some salt out. Nice coarse salt. I'm going to do an egg wash just with my fingers. With my dry hand, I'm going to sprinkle big fat crunchy sea salt.
Go lay down in bed.
Okay, we have some that are finished. They look beautiful. Might be amazing. I think they're a little boring. It's very hot. It's very hot.
Very good. The bottom of the pretzel,
With that bath.
very pretzely. It tastes really good.
That salt we got is spot on though too.